when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same. I hate when people talk about
Shalom. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach you and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. And to the Akwath listening and learning in sincerity and in truth and in silence, Shalom. Akyam, meaning brothers, Akwath, meaning sisters, Shalom, meaning peace be unto you. This is your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto, here with another lesson. All right, we'll get right into it real quick. We saw that clip, the Instagram of what appears to be a Southern Kingdom woman, right? What appears to be a Israelite woman, right? Lamenting about the condition of her and her sisterhood, man, right? And she was speaking carnally, not knowing there's a reason why we as a people, Israelites being a people before it's a place, are in the condition they're in, right? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai did it. Isaiah 3:24, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink," right? And this is a matter of fact. Let's read up, right? And the stink. Why is there the stink? A woman's pH. The Southern Kingdom, all 12 tribes, but the Southern Kingdom especially, man, right? Their pH balance is off, right? Why? Diet, right? Ezekiel 4 says, "You shall eat, the children of Israel shall eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles," roughly paraphrasing, right? Defiled bread. We got to go to Esau for everything and want and need of everything. I want to hold this. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28:48. "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee." Right. We are yet this day in our captivity. Right. We are POWs. Right. Serving our enemies. And who's Lord over us in this world? Right. Our Lord is Yahweh Shai. But who is the ruler of this world? Esau Edom is in rulership. So he's lording over us. Right? In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. So we got to go to Esau for everything. We got to go to Esau for our groceries, which is all processed foods, which in turn throws off our pH. And the woman, what happens? Her pH is off. And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right? So we got to go to Esau for water, fruits, bread, chicken, fish. Our complete dietary needs, we got to go to Esau for. Right? Back in Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3:16. "Moreover, the Lord Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty," right? The Israelite women, right? especially you southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right? Haughty meaning proud, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, right? They got that crick in their neck, right? Call you bro, right? They want to clap back, right? They're aggressive. And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Wanton eyes, this word wanton. Strong's 8265. Wanton. Ogling in the Strong's. A primitive root to ogle, i.e. blink conquitishly. Wanton. I don't know what that word means. Conquitishly. Is that how it's spelled? 2 T's. Conquitish. Conquitish describes a woman's flirtatious manner. If you were acting in a conquitish way, you might banter playfully and bat your eyelashes. I'm assuming that's what it's going to say. Bat your eyes. Eyelashes, right? Conquitish, right? Flirtish, flirty, right? And these women nowadays, women out here will look you straight in your eye, man, right? No form of humbleness whatsoever. Look you right in your eye. Daily occurrence. Walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. Right, you Southern Kingdom woman can't grow your hair, man. And you look at this this video clip. Most of these women were bald head.
Hate when people talk about black
or wearing wigs.
or set of conditions.
Right? Look, even she's on a talk show right there. She even looks aggressive, right? But she's expressing her she's expressing her sorrow with the state of being called obese. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, right? You can't grow your hair, so you're wearing weaves and wigs. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. NLT. So the Lord will send scabs on her head. The Lord Yahweh will make beautiful Zion bald. Right? The Lord did this. She said, what did she say?
That we didn't create. We are living in the Trump.
Right. Conditions that we didn't create. Right?
Or set of conditions that we didn't create.
Right, the Lord did this to you. Right, the set of conditions you didn't create, the Lord did it to you. the Lord, Salakia, the Lord said, right, Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 on down, is the curses. Right, Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 through 15. Is the blessings, right? The blessings if you hearken to if you hearken to your power, Yahweh Shemi Shai, and serve him. The curses if you turn your back and you choose not, and if you turn your back and you don't serve him. Right? Deuteronomy, Salakia, Isaiah 3, verse 18. In that day the Lord Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cauls and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments and of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins. Right, all your beauty. Right, right, and Eve out here today. You know, it's all about designer brands, right? But the Lord's gonna strip you all of that, man. You see Eve's on social media. They can't make ends meet. They crying about they suffering. They can't make rent. They got to choose between designer purses and their cell phone bill and rent and electricity. Verse 23, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. Verse 24, here's the point. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, right? So the diet that you're consuming throws off your pH balance. The diet that you got to go to Esau for, the processed foods. And instead of girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty, right? It says here, instead of a girdle, a rent, your shape, you're obese. The Lord did this to you, man. Right? During the time of Esther, let's get that account. Esther 2. And 12. Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the woman's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her. Right? So Mordecai was... is Esther doing what she's supposed to be doing as far as preparing herself? Right? Now, when every maid's turn was come to go into King Assuerus, right? So every time it was a maid's turn to go present herself before the king. After that, she had been 12 months, right? After 12 months of what? Purifying herself. And how did they do this? According to the manner of the woman, for so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the woman, right? So these women were soaking themselves in oil and sweet odors for 12 months before they presented themselves before the king, right? 12 months. Sweet perfumes, man. So they smell, man, we don't know what that is on this side, man. Right, we don't know what that is on this side. We're in the land of our captivity, where our women are harlots, let's get that. And we're dying by the sword. Right, we don't know what a submissive, beautiful woman, days of purification, end of her days of her purification woman is. We don't know what that is on this side. Right, we know hyenas and wildebeests. Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, right? And who's the number one adulterer or woman commits fornication with? Esau Edom, man. She's drunk with his philosophy, right? Right? She's physically whoring herself for Esau Edom, man. Right? Laying down with everybody, and she's not in order. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Right? We're here in America. Right? Our people are bulls in a net. Especially the men. Right? They're slaughtering one another, and they're being mowed down by Esau. And thy land shall be divided by line. Right? So we're exiled, and our land has been divvied up amongst the heathen. And thou shalt die in a polluted land, America, right? And scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And Israel being a people before it's a place, shall surely go into captivity forth of his land, right? So we are yet this day in our captivity, right? And everything that's happening to us is the curses, right? Right, but yeah, that's it on that, man. I pray you're edified. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone or teaching and rule well. Shalom to the elect.
I hate when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it. because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. We are living in the Trump era. And look, those policies kill our people. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same. I hate when people talk about